Hello everyone, my name is Gustavo and welcome to my YouTube channel Triple G, Gain, Grow with Gustavo. Now, the reason why I created this YouTube channel is in order to help those individuals that want to achieve some sort of financial freedom. It could be in regards to traveling, getting out of debt, or growing your wealth. So I am catering to those individuals that are either currently investing or those who are hesitant and don't know how to start off. And today I'm just going to go very briefly in regards towards 4 investments, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's get started. All right, so let's start off with the first one. And the first one is a savings account. Now, we all been told to open up a savings account, or we've been told by a banker, by a family member, someone, right? Or to hide our money underneath our mattress, whichever works. Both will give you the same return, which is essentially nothing. Because savings account literally gives you nothing on an interest rate. It gives you a very small percentage, maybe 0.02%, maybe 0.015%, very small percentage base in interest. But it's a great way to start in regards to you understanding the concept of how your money works for you, right? But we all know with a savings account, unless we're working for the money and saving our money and depositing it into that savings account, that is the fastest way it will grow. And the next form of investing is by a certificate of deposit. Now, a certificate of deposit is like a federal, it's a federal savings account with a higher interest rate. Now, when it comes to these investments, there's short-term and long-term investments. Now, when you open up this certificate of deposit, it is predetermined that the money you invest will not be touched in order for you to receive, that predetermined interest rate, depending on the length of the contract, whether short-term and long-term. So you as the investor need to be aware that if you do decide to withdraw money from that federal savings account, CD, you will be penalized. Now, the next form of investment is a bond. And what is a bond? A bond is a debt issuance. And the way it works is that corporations, governments, and municipalities create these debt issuance in order for investors to give them their money. And this is how it works. Pretend I am a corporation. I ask you for $1,000, and I will give you 5% annually for 10 years. Now, 5% of $1,000 is $50 a year. Within all those 10 years, I will give you $50 a year, and on the 10th year, I am obligated to pay you back that $1,000. So within a 10-year span, you have pretty much made half your money. Okay? It's not a bad investment, and honestly, CDs and bonds both have similar concepts. They're both fixed income assets, right? And they both pretty much, depending on how long you want to invest for, they can provide you a higher or lower interest rate. The next form of investments, and it's owning individual stocks. And the way individual stocks works is, right, pretend you have a box of pizza. There's 8 slices. You have a medium-sized pizza, which I could eat by myself, right? Within those 8 slices, you eat 6. I'll probably eat the whole thing, right? But regardless to that, right, that's 75% of that pizza that you consume as an individual. So pretend those pizza slices are shares of a company, right? The more you buy or own, right, the bigger your ownership is towards that company. And that's the way it works. You essentially owning more of that company the more that you buy those shares. All right, and the next form of investments is exchange traded funds, ETFs. Now, the way these work is that ETFs consist of about 7 or more companies. Now, you might say, why so? Well, there's 11 sectors within the whole stock market. And these ETFs will concentrate in either all 11 sectors or one of the specific sectors. Now, what is a sector? A sector specifically, it's a group, right? And in this case, right, we have finance, we have defense, we have industrials, we have healthcare, we have consumer staples, and we have technology, and so on. There's 11 sectors. Within those 6 groups that I just mentioned, sectors, right, the ETF will either concentrate in one of those sectors or concentrate in all 11. So a great example of this is an Easter basket, right? So whenever you buy an Easter basket, it doesn't consist of the same chocolate. It gives you different brands such as Reese's, Snickers, Twix, Kit Kat, and so on. And also the little toys provided in there, they're all not the same toys, right? They're different toys. So essentially, right, an ETF is like that Easter basket. It's concentrated in one specific sector, but it gives you a variety of different companies within it. And to go on based off that example, let's talk about technology sector, right? So you have Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, and Google. Now they're all priced differently, right? Google alone is about $1,400. Facebook is about $200 plus, Apple is about $300 plus, and Microsoft is about $180 plus. All right, now let's say you were an investor like I was back in 2016 with only $200, right? Within those $200, right, there's no way I could own all those companies. So what is another form of me to actually owning a share of those companies? Well, it's by an ETF. A specific one is FTech, right? They hold these shares of those companies, and essentially they expose you a percentage base of each company, so fractionally, right? So let's go back to individual stocks. Let's say you own Apple, right? And Apple goes up $10 or goes down $10. FTech, since it's exposed, it gives you exposure to Apple, it will not increase $10 or decrease $10. It will decrease or increase at a fraction of that gain or loss. So it will probably increase about $1 to $2 or decrease $1 to $2. All right, guys, I know I must have thrown a lot of information out at you, and I hope you liked this video. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And also, don't forget to share your boys' videos in order to help my YouTube channel to grow. And don't forget to subscribe. I also want to mention that I will be sharing my personal information in regards to investments, so you guys can have some sort of guidance in regards to how I approached it. And also, I will be doing other videos in regards to other investments. And if you have any suggestions, just comment down below, as I will read your comments. Thank you and have a nice day.